to From the Heart Friday, session 192, with me, Jessica Brigden of Jess B, Creative Cardiology. Happy Friday to you. I am coming to you today with some fun new products. These are online exclusives that Stampin' Up! Has introduced. They are in their online store, so you won't find them in a catalog. But we have some gorgeous new papers, as well as a fun new bundle with a punch. This is the Heartfelt Hexagon bundle, and it comes with an awesome coordinating punch. So I'm going to share some of those with you today. In particular, we are going to be using the new Tartan foil, and this is a specialty paper. It's a glossy paper which comes in copper clay, Lost Lagoon, and pebbled path. And so it has this gorgeous shiny plaid design on one side, and then kind of a white check gingham design on the other side. And both sides are glossy. So fun textured gloss, all kinds of good stuff in this gorgeous designer series paper. So in particular, I'm going to use the copper clay and the Lost Lagoon colors today. But then I also have some other fun stuff to show you as well. So let me go ahead and flip the camera and we'll get started here. Okay. So hi Kathy, how are you? Hope your day is going well. Hi hubby, watching from the office. All right, so Stampin' Up! Introduced a bunch of new online exclusives this month. It's been an exciting month with not only the mini catalog release, but all these online exclusives. And I'm super excited about this Heartfelt Hexagon bundle because not only is it really pretty, but it has a nice variety of sentiments in here. And of course, the coordinating punch, which is awesome. All right, so these tartan foil papers, really, really pretty. You can see the gloss and the texture on them. And both sides have that gloss to them. All right. Then we also have a new paper. This one is called Delightful Floral, and this coordinates with the translucent floral bundle that you'll find on page 56 of your mini catalog. All right, so I'll incorporate that in the future, but I wanted to show it to you. You get, how many are in here? It feels like a lot. Okay, 12 by 12 designs. Let me show you. Look how gorgeous these colors are. Some berry bursts, there's pretty peacock in here. We've got some parakeet party and all kinds of really, really pretty, some calypso coral. All right, these designs are gorgeous. A little bit of some fresh freesia and some bubble bath too. So lots of gorgeous designs. And if you like product coordination, then the translucent floral bundle is a nice one to use with that as well. And then we've also got a fun new pack of glitter paper. Who doesn't love glitter? So I love glitter when it's on a paper and it doesn't get all over everywhere and it's not messy, okay? And so this pack comes with both a silver and a gold. And what's awesome about it is that it has the adhesive already on the back. So you can go ahead, cut this, die cut this, do whatever you need to do, and then you peel off the back. So it eliminates the need for adhesive sheets or glue. So it's already done for you, which is awesome. All right, so those are a few of the new things available in the online store. All right, so if you're shopping online here in September, my host code is M6U6Z7BC. And I've still got some specials going on for the month of September here. I still have plenty of the Best Day and Butterfly Kisses card kits and all of that good stuff. So those details are all in the video description there. So like I said, today we are going to play with the tartan foils in copper clay and Lost Lagoon. And so I'm pairing that with some very vanilla. So for this first project, hi Terry. All right, nice. We're having great weather down there. Sounds beautiful. We've had gorgeous, gorgeous fall days. It was quite chilly this morning, but the days have been beautiful. So I love this time of year. So hi Polly, hello, hello. So we're gonna do a couple really simple designs that you could use really with any designer series paper. But I think these tartan foils look really nice with this. So the first card in copper clay, and I'm going to pair it with the Autumn Leaves collection, the bundle here. All right, so we're gonna start with our regular half sheet of cardstock, keeping it sweet and simple, 5.5 by 8.5. Go ahead and fold at the 4 1/4 mark. There we go. Yes, I love it when it's not too hot. Oh, that sounds great. Okay, so hi Luann, how are you? Sounds like you're having some gorgeous autumn weather out there in Wisconsin. All right, so for this first card, we're doing really a monochromatic look here with the copper clay card base. Then we're doing the tartan foil, and I'm doing this kind of the solid copper clay textured piece. The back has the plaid. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to glue this piece down first. I've cut this to 4 by 5 1/4. So we'll do a full layer of the tartan foil. All right, it's really nice, sweet and simple. Then the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take some of that reverse side of the tartan foil. We're going to go with the plaid, and I'm cutting this down to 3.5 by 4 3/4 because I wanted a 1/2 inch smaller, okay, than my previous layer. And when you take the Autumn Leaves dies, there's this nice variety of dies and labels and the whole works in here, but I love this giant maple leaf. So what I did this step ahead of time, was I took my designer series paper, lined up my maple leaf towards the top, so I made sure that the left top and the right were about equal sides. Okay, ran that through, popped out that die cut. Now look what happens when I line it up over top. You get that gorgeous tone on tone, okay, and then you still have that leaf popping through, which is really cool. All right, so I thought we'd take a little bit of coordinating copper clay ribbon to add a little bit of an accessory, and then I pulled in some of the oxidized foil from the Autumn Leaves collection. This is in the bronze. The bronze is pretty close to copper, and then I used the little maple leaf here to die cut a little maple leaf. And let's pull this all together. Okay, so I'm going to cut my ribbon just a little bit wider. Getting you excited for your order. Ooh, Luann ordered some of these gorgeous papers a few days ago. Nice. Well, this will give you some ideas to use when they come in. All right, so again, I think I want my ribbon about here. So I'm going to put my adhesive on just on the back here where my ribbon tails are going to go. Okay, so again, line this up where I want it. Tuck the ends behind. Now notice I did not put glue on the entire back side because I want to pop this up a little bit. I want to 3D it. All right, so I'm using my Stampin' Dimensionals on the back side here. I realize I feel like my camera's awful close there. Adjust it so that you can see a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to space these dimensionals out evenly down the sides. Let's do one there in the middle for good measure. This would also be fun. You could do a shaker card if you wanted to step it up even more, but I'm keeping things pretty simple today. And a nice way to kind of accentuate a simple card is to add just a little bit of dimension. Okay, so we're going to pop this towards the center here. All right, the dimension adds just a little bit of shadow under there so that it's not looking quite so flat. You can even take a little bit of this ribbon here. I've got a little shorter piece. We'll do a quick little knot here. All right, it's a pretty little knot. trim the ends out on here. Okay. Very nice. It looks cute already. But to finish it off, we're going to add just a little bit of an accent, a little bit of a oxidized foil leaf. And I thought I had one of those die cut for us already, but who knows? Who knows where that went? So let me get my machine out here. All right, we'll grab the mini. All right, so I've got base 1, clear cutting plate 2. We'll go ahead and line the leaves up. So I found for maximizing this oxidized foil is to cut it maximize it for the leaves, is to cut it into 1.5 inch strips. Okay. And usually you can actually cut 2 layers at a time if you need to. All right. I'm looking for my other clear plate, which is lost in this mess that I call a desk here. Boy, that really irritates me that I somehow lost that. So we're going to run that through and die cut that and hang tight because I need to find my clear plate. Okay, so don't know where my clear plate went, but I had some out on my other table already cut. So we're going to take this little leaf. Isn't that pretty? The autumn leaves dies, they cut and emboss that. You can see a little bit more of the detail on the back, but cuts and emboss that. We'll take a little mini glue dot here. I'm going to stick the leaf to the dot, just right here at the base. And I think I want to add it kind of over here towards the right. All right, just a little accent. And then I need a little bit of twine. Baker's twine here, or the linen thread, excuse me, the linen thread. Baker's twine would work too. Anything that's a thin little thread works perfectly for just the tiniest little bows. It's easy to manipulate the loops here so you can adjust them however big or small you like. Okay, just trim it off a little bit, and then again with the glue dot. There we go. Sometimes they're hard to see. Oh, I got one stuck to my finger. Sometimes they're a little hard to see. There we go. Again, stick the knot to the dot. Okay. And then put it right at the base of the leaf. Adjust your loops there. You can trim it out as you need it. But is that not the cutest, simple autumn card? And it still has some sheen and shine to it. A little bit of gloss. All right, but just very, very simple. Okay, so we're going to follow something similar. Again, just keeping it very simple. We need simple on a Friday afternoon. It's the end of the week. All right, so the next one, we are going to use the Lost Lagoon. Hi, Sandy. Hello, hello. Oh, I forgot to put my vanilla. Very vanilla is what I had used with this. Although I think that is white, but with these earthy tones, I like the very vanilla. So we'll go ahead and pop that on the inside. And that way, if you wanted to, you could go ahead, you could stamp a couple of leaves, you could stamp your sentiment. That would all work right there on the inside. Okay, so really pretty. So the next one here is the Lost Lagoon. And All right, again, super simple, just a half sheet of the Lost Lagoon cardstock. I feel like that's a little bit wide, and it is. I pulled it out of my paper pack. I'm like, oh good, I already have a half sheet. All right, so let's trim this down so that it's 5.5. Let's go to 5.5 here. 5.5 by 8.5. Yep, it was just 1/4 of an inch too big. All right. So then we'll fold this 4.25 mark. Okay, this one I'm going to do a landscape instead of portrait. And with this, I'm doing a contrasting layer of Pretty Peacock. All right, that's the complementary color to the Lost Lagoon, just a little bit bigger. All right, so it's bigger than this layer, but as far as the base, this is a 1/2 inch smaller, so some of that Lost Lagoon peeks out from behind. So this is 3 3/4 by 5, and this one is 3.5 by 4 3/4. Okay, so this tartan foil piece is the same size as the copper clay tartan foil on the top. All right, so we're gonna just go ahead, adhere the 2 tartan foil layers together. This one to the Pretty Peacock. And then, again, because dimensionals can take a simple card and just add just a little something, something. So we're gonna pop this layer up with the dimensionals. There we go. All right, then go in the center. So keeping it all sweet and simple. Okay, so now, next thing we do, we've got scrap of Very Vanilla, and this is 2 inches wide here. So if I were to just put it directly in the punch, it's not quite large enough. Okay, so for this one, we're using the Heartfelt Hexagon bundle. And again, to line this up, if I just stick it in straight with the 2 inches, it's not quite, it's just fits top to bottom here. Okay, so the nice thing here, we've got a couple of different outlines that kind of dress this up a little bit, and then you can fill in your sentiment. Some really nice ones, sending lots of love and hugs. I love that. There's some wedding sentiments. I really love that there's a nice sympathy in here. It seems like those are the hardest to make. So I'm actually using that. I have a sweet lady I have known for a long time. She was a wonderful stamping friend that I knew, and unfortunately she passed away a few weeks ago. And her husband sent me the nicest message, you know, telling me how much she loved her stamping and the legacy that she had left for their family. And so it just made my heart melt. And I need a really nice, I need a card to send to him. So I thought this would be a nice way to do that. So I think I'm going to do the Lost Lagoon, and I've got Pretty Peacock here. And I think I'll do Pretty Peacock for the outline. And let's go ahead and it is the nice thing with stamping this image first is you'll know exactly if it will fit with the punch, because the punch goes right around that outside edge. So we'll stamp that on Very Vanilla with Pretty Peacock, and then come in with the Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to do this sympathy right in here. Okay, I think that looks good. And then I'm going to keep that, just move it to the side a little bit because I'm going to use it again. All right, so look how nicely that lines up in the punch. So you get a nice, just a little bit like a 1/16 of an inch border around the edge, so that comes out really nice. So this was 2 inches. So if you're maximizing your paper, 2 inches is what you need there. All right, we'll pop this up with some dimensionals as well. Really 2 is enough. You could go ahead and put 4 if you wanted to. I'm just gonna put that right in the center. Sometimes the simplest card is the best. All right, I do think I will add a couple of accents, and I've got I feel like sequins are just a little too happy for a sympathy card. There's Lost Lagoon in this Tinsel Gems 3-pack, but I feel like the color is not quite. So I think I'm going to go with the Blooming Pearls. These also are in the mini catalog. They're part of that Garden Bloom collection. And we've got a couple. We've got Lost Lagoon. We've also got Pretty Peacock. So I think those Pretty Peacock jewels will look the nicest there. And so I think we'll just go real simple. Oops, I got a little pink one on my finger. Let's see, kind of go off to the right. Don't want that pink one yet. Then I'll take a couple of the little ones. Oh, I just shot it across my desk. All right, so they're tiny. All right, so I'm gonna go opposites there. There we go, just kind of offset it. I want it a little bit higher. So let's, all right, I feel like that's not quite where I want it. There we go. Okay, put them a little closer together. All right, so just very, very simple, but it adds just a little bit extra to finish it. And then I also did the very vanilla for the inside on this one too, but I've taken this pretty little floral stem, and I think that will look nice right here on the inside of the card, just down here on the corner. All right, just real simple. And then I can put this on the inside. But again, this layout would work really nice for just very simple thank you cards. Really anything. All right, but just really simple design. But how nice is that Heartfelt Hexagon label? It's a great size, especially for a nice sentiment label there on the card. So this was the tartan foil papers that we used today. Again, both sides glossy, and the darker side is has a bit of a texture to it, and then the flat side has the white mixed in. Both really pretty. Again, check out those online exclusives, because there's a lot of cool stuff that Stampin' Up! Has been introducing usually like every couple of months or so, and this time it just happened to coordinate with the release of the mini catalog as well. But I hope you give these a try. Again, your base layer is just your 5.5 by 8.5. Then for this one, adding the contrasting, the darker layer, that was 3 3/4 by 5. All right, and then our main panels of the tartan foil were 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then you can dress it up with some die cuts or punch art, whatever works for you. But because the paper itself is so snazzy, then you really don't need to complicate it. Just let the paper do the work. Well, I'm glad you guys joined me this afternoon. Again, short, sweet, and simple. All right. Oh, good. Terry's got an order waiting for her when she gets home too. So glad to share some inspiration with you. So have a wonderful rest of your day. I've got to dig out my craft room here and prep. I have my first in-person card class since the end of April, coming up tomorrow afternoon. And I have a bunch of things going on in the morning, so I have to be ready to leave the house by like 9:30. So I've got all my kits prepped and everything ready to go. That's the autumn, all about autumn class that you guys may have seen in my newsletter. And I do have some extra kits if anybody's interested in a to-go kit. They make 6 cards, and they've got a little treat in there for $35 shipped. It's $30 for the in-person, $5 for shipping, so $35 shipped. But yeah, so that is what I will be doing this evening. Packing up, getting all my toolkits and everything ready to go for that event tomorrow. It should be lots and lots of fun. And then we will probably crash on Sunday afternoon. I think it's supposed to rain, so so that'll be good. Get to clean my house and catch up on laundry. All right, well, that's my weekend in a nutshell. I hope you guys have a great weekend and the weather will be beautiful for you wherever you are. So happy stamping. I hope you'll enjoy these. Try these quick and simple layouts, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.